Hey, what's up YouTube?
Hi.
Back again at you. I just want to make a quick rant of thoughts on PC gaming in recent times is changing because it's stressful. I'm getting sick and tired of just PC gaming in general. When it's fun, it's great, brilliant. When it works, great. But
a few moments later,
in the past 2 or 3 years or so, actually even longer than that, I've noticed games coming out. They've been severely buggy, man. They come out, they're unoptimized, piece of shit, garbage games.
Alright, I'll hear you out, but I hope you
keep that same energy.
for the consoles. Though, generally, they tend to run better than the console version, for the most part anyways.
I can name one of them right now, Cyberpunk 2077.
Why would you bring up Cyberpunk of all games? That's like one of the worst optimized games ever.
But on my PC with an RTX 2080 in it, and a very good CPU, 9600K, and even that's probably not even good enough anymore.
90% of the time, I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
No, actually, it's doing just fine considering it's a mid-range CPU that doesn't have hyper-threading.
That's how I feel. Like, hardware just updates all the time.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Please don't tell me you're gonna bring out this argument again. Look, I don't know how many times we have to tell this to you people, but you don't need to keep upgrading your hardware every time a new game comes out.
And it's just so much money goes into your PC, but what for? Like, I know a lot about PCs. The amount of time I've upgraded my GPU because I wanted to play a specific game is just off the charts.
Stop it. Get some help.
These GPUs cost a ridiculous amount of money. I mean, the RTX 3090, £1,800, £2,000 in the UK.
Then just don't buy a 3090. What? Okay. I mean, you said yourself you had a 2080. What's wrong with that one?
How long is that RTX 3090 going to last? People claim another 5 years. Another 5 years. That's bullshit. It won't last another 5 years. In 5 years' time, it'll be able to play 1080p at high settings.
What do you have, like a crystal ball or something? Regardless, it will still be able to outperform the PS5 and the Series X by the time their generation's over.
Take, for example, Ubisoft. They don't give a shit about PC gamers. They've admitted this before. Like, they've even admitted that they're not a fan of the PC.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't ever remember Ubisoft saying that in particular.
They even said 30 frames per second is playable, for fuck's sake. And that, right there, actually kicks the shit out of my PC sometimes.
Then this is probably one of two things. One, something's wrong with your computer, or two, you're full of shit.
With an RTX 2080 in it, I ran Far Cry 5 on that, 60 frames per second locked on the Xbox Series S.
I've seen Far Cry 5 on the Series S. It looks blurry as shit. There's a reason why that game maintains a locked 60 FPS on that console.
On the PC version with an RTX 2080, because it's not that greatly optimized, I got stutters, frame rate drop.
Look, I'm sorry to hear that, but that's a Ubisoft problem, not the platform's problem.
It just looks awful, and it's just unoptimized. Talk about, you know, Assassin's Creed Unity, for example, when that kind of...
Oh great, another game that was broken on all platforms, but somehow it's only bad on PC for some reason. That's great. Glad you're being very unbiased in this particular rant. Can I go home now?
on the PC, and how awful that was. How long did it really take them to actually fix the fucking game?
How long did it take them to fix it on the PS4 and the Xbox One?
Now, like Series S, it runs on 60 frames per second.
You see, this is why you're being very disingenuous, because now the game runs just fine on PC, just like it runs just fine on the consoles now.
I get it, why people pay £500, £300 for a Series S over PC gaming, buying parts, just specifically for Cyberpunk 2077, and they still can't fucking run it at 60 frames per second locked.
And neither can any of the consoles.
My fucking computer can't fucking do it, and that's with ray tracing off, yeah? It still can't do it. You know why? Because it's poorly optimized, developers are getting lazy.
Yeah, I can actually agree with you on this one. Developers are getting fucking lazy, but they're getting lazy on both platforms, not just the PC.
They don't give a fuck about the PC. They don't, even on the consoles it runs like shit.
So, with your logic, they don't care about the consoles either? I'm not following your logic here.
There's a big problem in the PC gaming market world now. I've been PC gaming for years, it's so sad.
This isn't just a PC market problem, this is the console market problem too.
The direction it's going, you can't buy GPUs anymore.
You can't buy PlayStations anymore.
Same for the Xbox and the Series S, PlayStation, whatever.
Oh, what's the title of this video again?
I've got so many games in my Steam library which are so unoptimized. Well, I've just put the game on and I've switched it off.
I would really like for you to give me examples of that, but due to recent events, I don't really think you're going to be very talkative.
And that's another thing, when I go play PC game, I'm on my Steam library. I play the game for like 10 minutes, and all I'm doing in that 10 minutes, I'm just flicking through settings.
Aw, poor you. You gotta go flick some settings. As long as you're not flicking some sticks. Just keep that in mind. Don't do that. That's really bad. And remember, kids, options are a bad thing.
All I'm doing is fucking troubleshooting shit.
I honestly want to know your definition of troubleshooting, considering your level of expertise on this particular subject.
Download new drivers. I can't be fucked with that shit anymore. It never used to be as bad as this. It updates every time you put the game on. Update, right?
Thank goodness the consoles don't have that. Whew, that would have been annoying, wouldn't it?
Call of Duty is like 150 gigs. I think it's even more. Seriously, what the fuck is going on? I mean, it applies to consoles as well.
Again, what the fuck is your point?
Which don't run great on my RTX 2080. Okay, the RTX 2080 is getting old now.
You see, this is the kind of ignorant shit I've been talking about. Oh, my 2080 is getting too old. I guess I gotta upgrade. What a fucking idiot. He has no idea what he's fucking talking about.
Right, but a couple of years ago, you know, that was considered a high-end card.
Speak for yourself, mate.
Now look at it. It's struggling to run No Man's Sky now, for fuck's sake, at 1080p.
Oh, please tell me how that runs on the Series S. Oh, wait. Yep, that looks like it runs like shit for what your standards are, apparently. Okay, I'm gonna have to wrap this shit up right now, because fuck the rest of this video. There ain't anything else to talk about. Alright, get the fuck out of here, you piece of shit. I don't want to see you here anymore. Fuck you.
Now watch this drive.